For this portion of the residential house, we're going to be adding a floor, windows and doors, as you see in the 3D view on your screen. Alright, so first thing we want to do is open up the Design Academy. We're going to be on to page 719, and we're going to be adding doors, windows, and the floor tags, and the window and door tags along with the floor. So go ahead and open up your residential house, and I've already made a folder or layer for the dimensions, and I'm just going to go ahead and turn that off because I'm going to want to have that on later. And then let's go ahead and go to the floors, and we're going to select a wood floor system, and this is fairly easy. The only thing that we want to do, however, is do the inside of the house excluding what is going to be the garage area. So I'm going to come down, and not on the outside walls but the inside walls, and then I'm going to go ahead and snap these on with the O-snap to the corners, and I'm going to lay that on the corner. Now before I push enter, I want to go ahead and type in close and then press enter, and then go ahead and inspect it three-dimensionally, and you should see the floor. There you go. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and do the other portion, and let's go ahead and select concrete. Then go ahead and select the interior portion of the garage, and you can zoom in as you do this, and make sure that you have your O-snap on, and then type in close when you have completed your rectangle. And then let's go ahead and look at it in the perspective view here, the 3D view. Alright, so the floors look fine, and now what we're going to go ahead and do is take a look at the doors and windows. So you're going to want to have that PDF file open as you proceed. So go ahead to the doors, and you can really select any door you want. On the outside, the reason why I don't pick the glass door is because someone could easily break into your house, but you know, this is really pretend at this point. You could also pick the double hinge door for the front. I'm going to go ahead though and select the hinged single style, and I'm following the drawing, and I want to turn the snap off and the O-snap. It makes it very difficult. And then go ahead and put them in following the example on page 719. And remember to get the way the door is swinging correct. And typically the reason why you do that is you don't want two doors to hit each other. You don't want a door to open up and hit somebody when they're coming out of a room. So these actually do matter when architects place these in a building. Alright, so I went ahead and fast forwarded here, and I need to do the closet doors, which are the bifold doors, bifold double doors. So I got to put it in, and I can tell right away it's too small. So let's go ahead and put it there, and then let's select the bifold door and hit the properties. And instead of 3 feet, let's go ahead and make it 5 feet. 5 feet should probably work fine. And press enter. The height's going to be fine, and let's go ahead and reposition that. And I'm going to do the same procedure again for the other bifold door. Sharing a closet is a very typical way of construction for single-story houses that are trying to utilize as much space as possible. Alright, so I've changed that. Okay, and you are going to be putting tags on these. So let's go ahead though and put a sliding door. And we have one in the back, and I can already tell this is too small, so I'm going to go ahead and do the properties instead of the default at 3 feet. Let's go ahead and make this 6 feet. And press enter. And then to recenter it, the best thing to do is just go ahead and hit the top view. That repositions everything. Okay, and then I'm going to put some of these doors in, and you may notice on the drawing that the position of the swing is not full. So go ahead and put it in, and then go on the right click and hit the properties. And we're going to select the swing angle from 90, and 25 would probably be fine. So go ahead and press enter, and you can see it shows that it has a decreased swing angle. Otherwise, it's very hard to tell what the door is doing. And there's a couple instances of these doors. So go ahead and complete those. Let's go ahead to the windows, and let's go ahead and use the picture arches. And again, we are following the windows as on page 719. And I see a couple different kind of windows and a couple different widths. So you can really use whatever you're most comfortable with. However, there are some glider windows that I see there. So with a picture, let's put them around the perimeter. Let's just go ahead and place all these windows to their correct position. And we can always change these. Make sure that the O-snap is not on when we do this. Alright, let's go ahead and put the glider windows in. And there's 3. And I noticed that they're too narrow, so let's go ahead and select these 3 one at a time here, all 3 together. Now the properties, let's go ahead and modify it from 3 feet. Let's go ahead and make it 6 foot. Press enter. Okay, now we're going to want to put a garage door in, so on the door go to overhead structure and select. Now make sure that the dotted line is on the inside. That's showing you where the door will slide up. And obviously 3 foot is not going to work, so let's go ahead and select the door, hit the properties, and you're going to have to do a little trial and error here. Average car is about 7 foot in width, so we want a 2-car garage, 16. Not a great use of the space, so let's go ahead and make that 20 feet in width. And then reposition that, center that garage door, and then we'll go ahead and inspect it. So let's go ahead and change the view styles and the orthographic view. And the other thing we can also do is go to the orbit and spin the house around, and you've completed the exercise portion, and we've put the windows and doors in to your residential house.